Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to InfoMat channel. Hope everyone are staying safe in their homes. Today also we brought some job notifications. The latest notification as per right now is from Staff Selection Commission. It is from Government of India, and the website of the commission is https://ssc.nic.in. So the latest notification right now we got is from Constables GD in Central Armed Police Office Forces, CAPFs, NIA, SSF, and Rifleman GD in Assam Rifles examination. So this is an open competitive examination for recruitment to the post of constables. So the dates are like this. The dates of submission for online application is 17th July to 31st August, and the last date of time for applying online is for 31st August, and the last date and time for making online fee payment is September 2nd, and the last date and time for generating of offline chalana is September 4th, and the last date for payment through chalana during work hours of bank is September 7th, and the schedule of CBT exam will be announced in the later. So there is a quotation like this: government strives to have a workforce which reflects gender balance, and women candidates are encouraged to apply. So in this staff commission selection will conduct an open competitive examination for the recruitment to the post of constable general duty in BSF, CISF, ITBP, SSB, SSF, AR. That's it. And the examination will be under the basis of SSC, that is Staff Selection Commission, and it is the vacancies intimated by MHA, that is a Ministry of Home Affairs, and the applications will be accepted to online mode only. And majorly this computer based examination will be conducted either in English or Hindi. No other languages will be accepted, and there will be a physical efficiency test or physical standard test, and there will be a detailed medical examination. Review medical examination will be scheduled and conducted by the CAPFs, and your required eligibility certificates documents will be verified for them. And the vacancies of constables in SSF will be filled on all India basis, whereas the vacancies in all other CAPFs will be filled as per the vacancies available various states. So admit card will be available on this website, http://www.sscnic.in. You can check there, and the pay level is also very good. It is scaled for level 3. That means you will be paid rupees 21,700 to 69,100, and the vacancies are provided like this for male and female. And BSF means Border Security Force, and the total is 7,545 vacancies. And CISF means Central Industrial Security Force. It is also very huge. They have given 8,464, and there are no CRPF force. And SSB means Sahastra Seema Bal, and they have given 3,806 posts. And ITBP means Indo-Tibetan Border Police. They have given 1,431 posts. AR means Assam Rifles. They have given 3,785 posts. And coming to last, SSF, it is a Secretariat Security Force. They have given 240, so that the grand total is 25,271 posts. It's a huge for everyone to apply and to grab this opportunity. And also the vacancies are tentative. Any change in number of vacancies will be implemented at the website, so you can check in it. And there will be a 10% vacancies are unmarked for ex-servicemen who have worked before and experience. If suitable ex-servicemen candidates are not available, vacancies reserved for ESM will be filled by non-ESM candidates of respective categories. And coming to here, the age limit should be from 18 to 23 years only, and the candidate must be a citizen of India. And also the birth should be from 2nd August 1998 to 1st August 2003. So the age will be between 18 to 23 years. Also there Also, the education qualifications are like this. The candidate must have passed matriculation or 10th class examination from a recognized board or university. Candidates who have not acquired the essential educational qualification as on stipulated date will not be eligible and need not apply. Okay. And also the NCC certificate holders, they have a major bonus marks for them. If anyone is holding NCC certificate, they have 5% of maximum marks for the examination, and NCC B certificate, they have 3% of the maximum marks of the examination, and coming to NCC A certificate, they have 2% of the maximum marks of the examination. The benefit of NCC certificate holder will only be given on production on the original certificate supporting the claims. Means they have to provide the original certificate on the verification date, so that they can get the incentive or bonus marks. And the crucial date for the proposed will be the closing date of receipt of online application. And coming to here, I will explain how to apply this post. Application must be submitted in online mode in an official website that is also provided in the description link. You can also check in there. It is https://ssc.nic.in. For detailed explanation, I will also give you a brief. Also, the certificates and the format of your photos and everything should be less than 100 KB, so that they can adjust well and modify it. Also, in the online application form, candidates are required to upload the scanned color passport size photo in JPEG format, which should be 20 KB to 50 KB. Also, the photograph should be not more than 3 months older. Also, in photograph, the date should be printed in which you have taken the photo. So the photograph should be without cap, spectacles, and both ears should be visible. And the last date and time for submission of online application is 31st August 2021. And also the candidates are advised to apply online on their own interest only. And the application fee is payable for everyone. It is just ₹100 only. Also, for women candidates and candidates belong to SC and STs and ex-servicemen eligible for reservation are exempted for payment of fee. Means they have not to pay those ₹100. They can apply for free in online. And the centers of examinations are to be like this. And the center of computer-based examination, PET or PST, or detailed medical examination, review medical examination will not be a criteria for selection of the candidate against vacancies of the state or UT in which such centers are located. Also, the scheme of examination means that is computer-based examination will contain 100 questions with carrying 100 marks. The part A is general intelligence and reasoning. It consists of 25 questions and marks is 25. And the part B is general knowledge and general awareness. It consists of 25 number of questions and maximum marks is 25. And the part C consists of elementary mathematics. Its questions are 25 and marks are 25. And part D is either English or Hindi. Number of questions is 25 and maximum marks is 25. And the duration is 90 minutes. That is 1 hour 30 minutes. And all questions will be in the objective multiple choice type, and the computer based examination will be either in English or Hindi, and there will be no other languages will be provided. There will be negative marks of 0.25 marks for each wrong answer, means that is 1/4 of the mark will be deducted, and candidates are therefore advised to keep this in mind while answering the questions. And also the dates of examination will be informed to candidates only through the website, means that is ssc.nic.in only. And there shall be no provision of re-evaluation or rechecking of the score. No correspondence in the regard shall be entertained. Means there will be no re-evaluation or rechecking if you want to apply it. Also, the tentative answer keys of the CBT exam will be placed on the website only, so that you can check and you can cross check your answers. Also, I am mentioning again and again, the payment is just ₹100 for everyone except for SC, ST and ex-servicemen and for women. And the questions for the CBT exam is in the level of matriculation level only. There will be no higher level of questions will be answered. And there will be walkthrough video mock test on the CBT examination has been provided on the website commission in the candidates corner section, so that you can check in there. Also, the syllabus goes like this for general intelligence and reasoning. It is analytical aptitude and ability to observe and distinguish patterns will be tested through questions principally of non-verbal type. This component may include questions on analogies, similarities and differences, spatial visualization, spatial orientation, visual memory, discrimination, observation, relationship concepts, arithmetical reasoning and figural classification, arithmetic number series, non-verbal series, coding and decoding, etc. And for the general knowledge and general awareness, the syllabus goes like this. Questions in the component will be aimed at testing and candidates' general awareness of the environment around him. Questions will also be designed to test knowledge of current events and of such matters of everyday observations and experience in their scientific aspect as may be expected of any education person. The test will also include questions relating to India and its neighboring countries, especially pertaining to sports, history, culture, geographic, economic science, general polity, Indian constitution and scientific research, etc. These questions will be such that they do not require a special study of any discipline. And coming to the part C, that is elementary mathematics, this paper will include questions of problems relating to number systems, computation of whole numbers, decimals and fractions, and relationship between numbers, fundamental arithmetic operations, percentage, ratio and proportion, average, interest, profit and loss, discount, mensuration, time and distance, ratio and time, time and work, etc. And coming to part D, that is English and Hindi, candidates' ability to understand basic English, Hindi and its basic comprehension would be tested. And also the syllabus is uploaded in the description, you can please check there. And coming to PET and PST, based on the performance of a computer based examination, candidates will be shortlisted for PET and PST by the commission. Also, the ex-servicemen who are shortlisted for the CBT examination, PET, PST will have to appear for them. For PET, for male who are the candidates not belonging to Ladakh region should run 5 kilometers in 24 minutes, and for female 1.6 kilometers in 8.5 minutes. This is a race. Also for candidates of Ladakh region, the male should run 1.6 kilometers in 6.5 minutes and 800 meters in 4 minutes. Also the PST. PST means physical standards for the posts are as follows. Height. The male should be of 170 centimeters. It is a preferred height for the PST post, and for the female is for 157 centimeters. Few categories of candidates are allowed relaxation in height mentioned above. Like the relaxation will be followed like this. The scheduled tribes are for male 162.5 centimeters and for female 150 centimeters. For northeastern states, the male should be at a height of 157 centimeters and for female 147.5. And for the tribe candidates of left-wing extremes in affected districts, the male should be 160 centimeters and female should be 147.5. And these are the also other relaxation you can check here. And for the chest, male candidates should have following standards of chest measurements: unexpanded 80 centimeters, maximum expansion 5 centimeters. Few categories of candidates are allowed relaxation in chest measurements. The relaxation categories are like this. Those are belonging to scheduled tribes. Unexpanded chest should be 76 centimeters. Minimum expansion is 5, and minimum expansion is common for everyone. Also, the candidates falling in the categories of Gurhals, Kumans, Dogras, Mahathas, and candidates belong to the stage, they should expand, unexpand 78 centimeters. And there are many more hailing like this. You can check there. In the weight, the proportion of height and age are per medical standards, so that you can check there. The candidates who are declared not qualified in PST test, that is height and chest, may prefer an appeal on same day, so that you can appeal it and they will recheck you again it. And there is no appeal for PET test, only there is appeal for PST test. PET means running, race. Also the medical examination. Candidates will be shortlisted for detailed medical examination from the pool of candidates who qualify PET as well as PST. At the time of DME, following documents will be verified, like matriculation, secondary examination certificate to prove your age and name and education for qualification. Also the domicile certificate, permanent residence certificate. Also if you have any NCC certificate, it is valid, it is applicable. Also the certificate from serving defense personnel in the format prescribed at Annexure 3 and undertaking in the format prescribed in Annexure 4. I will also show you the Annexure certificates For caste certificate, it is formatted in Annexure 5, Annexure 6 and Annexure 7. For certificate from candidates who wish to avail relaxation in height and chest management are prescribed in Annexure 8. And also the native identity certificate of West Pakistani refugee are provided in Annexure 9. Annexure 12. Also the admission to the examination. All candidates who register themselves in the response of their advertisement by the closing date and time the application are provisionally accepted and found in the order of the commission as per the norms and conditions in the notice of examination. Also, in addition to admission certificate, it is mandatory to carry 2 passport size photo, original valid photo ID proof having a date of birth printed on the admission certificate, such as Aadhaar card, printout of e-Aadhaar, voter's ID card, driving license, PAN card, passport, ID card issued by university or college school, employer ID card, ex-serviceman discharge book issued by Ministry of Defence, any other photo bearing ID card issued by central or state government. Also, the mode of selection will be like this. The recruitment process will consist of CBT exam, physical PET, PST and DME and RME verification and document verification, and the candidates scoring below mentioned cutoff marks without adding bonus marks of NCC certificate holders will be considered eligible for shortlisting to the next stage, that is PET, PST. Also for there is for EWS, ESM and UR there are 35% of score. For SC, ST, OBC there is 33% of score. For NCC certificates holders, also we have mentioned before, for C certificate 5 marks, B certificate 3 marks and A certificate 2 marks. Bonus marks will be added. Also candidates should be very careful and must exercise due diligence while giving preferences of forces organization in order to priority in the online application form. After the submission of online application form, no request for change in preference will be entertained by the commission under any circumstances. Also, we have discussed in marks in part A for CBA exam, marks in part B for CBA examination, and date of birth with older candidates placed higher, alphabetical order of names. So this is Annexure 1. I will explain how to fill the online application form. There will be 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. In part 1 on one-time registration and part 2 filling of online application for the examination. For one-time registration, first of all you should read the instructions in order to fill the registration form and application form. Before proceeding with one-time registration, keep the following information documents ready, like this: mobile number, it should be verified from OTP, email ID for OTP, Aadhaar number. Also, if you don't have any other ID number, you can follow these stages like voter ID card, PAN, passport, driving license or school or college card. Information about the board, roll number and year of passing of the matriculation, that is 10th examination. If you have any disability, the disability certificate number. For one-time registration, click on register now, link provided in login selection, that is in the website, that is https://ssa.nac.in. One-time registration process fills like from basic details, additional and contact details and declaration. For filling up the one-time registration form, please follow the following steps. I will also tell you how to follow these steps. For filling up this form, first of all you should prepare with the documents which I have said before. And again I have to tell you one thing, the precaution is you are again cautioned that name of yours and father's name and mother's name and date of birth should be same in the matriculation certificate. If it is entered wrongly and it cannot be modified again later. This is the Annexure 1A form. If you have other, please click yes or please click no. Type your Aadhaar number, verify your Aadhaar number with the OTP, means with the not OTP, with your re-entering of your Aadhaar number. If you don't have any other, please click no and click the type of ID like voter ID or driving license or anything, and type your name and verify your name. If you have any changed name, please type your changed name. Enter your father's number, verify your father's number. Also type your mother's name, also type your mother's name again, and your date of birth, verify your date of birth, education board, also your roll number, verify your roll number, year of passing, and verify your year of passing, also your gender, verify it, and level of education qualifications. If your education qualification is 10th, then select a matriculation 10th, or if you're BTech graduate, click BTech, or if you're diploma, click diploma, and give your mobile number and verify your mobile number. For example, give your email ID and verify your email ID, and please search your state and select your state and click on save. After saving, there will be other additional contact details like this. Your category means your caste, it is general or EWS or OBC or SC/ST. Verify it, and your nationality identification marks, and give your benchmark disabilities if you have any. Also give your permanent address, state, district, pin code, and if your present address is same as permanent address, and click S and give your present address and district, and click save and click next. And this is the declaration form. Click I agree, and take draft print, or other else take a screenshot and confirm your final submission. After that, there will be a second part 2, that is online application form. In this form, you should have a recent scanned color passport size photography that is not more than 50 KB. Also, the date on which the photography has been taken should be printed on the photograph. Otherwise, the applications will be not accepted, and the application will be blurred if the photography is not good, and the application will be rejected. I'll also explain how to apply this form. This is Annexure 2. First of all, fill your candidate's name as per the matriculation. Also, if you have any change name, please click there. Also, type your father's name, mother's name, and date of birth according to the matriculation, and age as prescribed from 1/8/2021, and your gender and your category and your nationality, mark of visible identification, and the examination board, and your roll number and year of passing. Please type everything what you have. Also give your date of joining in the armed forces if you have any joined in the ex-serviceman like that. Also fill this form. Also give your state, UT of origin or district of origin. And here it comes a status, your passing year 2016, and the state, and you give your name of board or university and your roll number, and you give your percentage of CGPA, and it appears to be like this. Please check your things, and also upload your passport size photography, and signature should be less than, and your photography should be less than 20 to 50 KB, and your signature should be less than 20 KB only. Also please verify those terms, and click tick in this declaration form and type the CAPTCHA and click submit, and reset your application. And from here till here the application form is finished, and you successfully applied for the staff selection commission, and it will open the payment gateway, and you please pay the fee, that is 100 rupees for general category, and rest of the others. For SC, ST, and ex-servicemen and women, there is no fee for them. Also in this Annexure 3, it is for defense personnel. In Annexure 3, you can if you have any additional defense personnel, you can fill this form and submit there. For Annexure 4, it is for undertaking for ex-servicemen, and for Annexure 5 and 6 and 7, it is for caste certificate. And this is Annexure 8 for a certificate for AVEL relaxation in height or chest. And for Annexure 9, this is a state and UT with codes. You can check here. And Annexure 10 is a list of border guarding districts. And Annexure 11, these are list of militants Naxal affected districts. And this is Annexure 12, Naivety Identity Certificate for West Pakistani refugees. Thank you. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe if you like this video, and the link is provided in the description. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.